ICQS maintenance problems to be resolved end November. Police bust biggest drug syndicate in Johor. Good afternoon, you're watching News on 2 with me, Amin Carlos. Maintenance problems at the first phase of the newly completed Immigration, Customs, Quarantine and Safety Complex, or ICQS, in Bukit Kayu Hitam will be resolved by end of this month. In announcing this, Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the contractors involved in the construction of the first phase of the ICQS had promised to resolve maintenance problems like dusty roads and construction of roads by end of the month.
Kita harap tempat ini mesti presentable kepada pelancong luar dan pengguna daripada luar negara. Dan untuk pengguna dalam negara, saya fikir mereka juga menjangkakan sesuatu yang lebih baik dari segi kemudahan di sini.
He told reporters after chairing a high-level committee meeting with border security stakeholders at the ICQS in Bukit Kayu Hitam, Kedah yesterday. Dr. Ahmad Zahid, who is also the Home Minister, said the progress and work carried out by the contractors would be monitored to ensure those using the checkpoint would not encounter problems throughout the 20 hours of daily operation, which started on Wednesday. The committee will not only monitor the progress during the operations, but monitor the aspects of safety so as to provide feedback on any upgrading that would be required for a smooth operation at the complex, which involves various government departments and agencies. The Deputy Prime Minister said the experience and lesson gained from the problems faced during the first phase would serve as a yardstick to ensure work carried out during the second phase of the ICQS continues without any glitches, since the proposed 24-hour operations will start on January 1st, 2019. A series of raids beginning with a drug processing lab located deep inside an oil palm plantation near Masai, Johor, have led authorities to its biggest drug bust in 2 years. Now, in the 9-hour operation on Tuesday, a team from Bukit Aman Narcotics Criminal Investigation Department, NCID, Special Tactical Intelligence Narcotics Group, STING, and Johor Police seized 51,750 ecstasy pills, 227.6 kilograms of ecstasy powder, 10.51 grams of shabu, and 713 kilograms of various chemicals and drug-making apparatus. 6 Malaysian men aged between 30 and 58, a 46-year-old Singaporean man and a 27-year-old Vietnamese woman were arrested in the operations, which took place at 6 locations in Johor. Federal NCID Director Dato Sri Muhammad Saleh said the operation started at 1:30 a.m. on Tuesday. He said the team zeroed in on the drug processing lab, which was just a wooden shack located inside an oil palm plantation in Kong Kong Laut, Masai, as well as another 5 premises around Johor Bahru.
Dia di kawasan katu kelapa sawit lah. Satu kawasan di ini yang apa ni ditanami dengan pokok kelapa sawit. Dan ini merupakan bangsa yang disewa oleh syndicate daripada seorang orang tempatan.
7 vehicles and 590,000 ringgit cash were also seized during the operations. The drugs were believed to be for distribution in Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia. The case is being investigated under Section 39B of the Dangerous Drugs Act 1952, which upon conviction carries the mandatory death sentence. Kuala Lumpur New Police Chief Dato Mazlan Lazim is determined to rid the capital city of illegal gambling dens within 30 days and has given district police chiefs a time frame to rid gambling in their areas. Now, in an effort to ensure the success of the operation, he said KL Police have formed a special team to track down those involved in illegal gambling activities. When met at a handover of duty to New Traffic Investigations and Enforcement Department Chief ACP Zulkifli Yahya in Kuala Lumpur, Dato Mazlan said police are focusing their attention on 6 main areas, namely Sentul, Cheras, Dang Wangi, Wangsa Maju, Brickfields and Putrajaya.
Dan saya nak bagi tahu bahawa perjudian ini dia bukan buat di kedai kopi saja, di tempat ini, di pusat karaoke pun ada. Pusat hiburan. Dia ada buat di pusat hiburan juga. Jadi di pusat hiburan ni pun juga kita akan cari. supaya kita boleh bentel habis-habisan.
Meanwhile, Dato' Mazlan said that as of October 18th until November 1st, the police had conducted 16 raids through Ops Dadu to eradicate gambling activities. And according to him, police arrested 56 people comprising gambling outlet caretakers, assistants, gamblers and spectators in the raids. The government will compensate Plus Malaysia Berhad, or Plus, for the abolishment of toll collection at Batu Tiga, Sungai Rasau along the Federal Highway and at the Bukit Kayu Hitam Toll Plaza in Kedah. Now, the government compensation for the Batu Tiga and Sungai Rasau tolls in Selangor is estimated at 102 million ringgit annually. And for the toll at Bukit Kayu Hitam, an 8 million ringgit compensation is estimated. According to Second Finance Minister Dato' Sri Johari Abdul Ghani, the government will also compensate another highway concessionaire, Malaysian Resources Corporation Berhad, which owns the Eastern Dispersal Link or EDL in Johor, for the loss in revenue when toll is scrapped on this highway on January 1st, 2018.
Di EDL Highway Johor, dia ni sebenarnya highway tu kerana kerajaan wujudkan road charges. Kita cah road charges RM20. Jadi dia punya toll tu dah jadi redundant. Jadi we take over and then that one kita akan offset dengan kita punya road charges.
When asked to comment on the possibility of other tolls being scrapped, the minister said the government would need to take into account various matters including the amount of bonds incurred by Plus before making any such decision. The maximum fixed interest rate of 15% per annum that can be imposed by companies providing credit facilities will be enforced on January 1st, 2018. Domestic Trade, Cooperatives and Consumerism Minister Dato' Sri Hamzah Zainuddin said this followed the adoption of the Consumer Protection or Credit Sale Regulations for 2017 passed before the Dewan Rakyat and Dewan Negara in April to address the problem of high interest rates charged on credit sale transactions. Dato' Sri Hamzah said the interest rate cut is expected to help people, especially the less fortunate, to own goods for themselves and their families.
Biarlah dia kompetitif, mereka sesama mereka itu boleh berlawan, ada yang mungkin bagi 10, ada yang 11, 12 sehingga 15 saja, tidak boleh lebih daripada itu. Kalau ini dilakukan, maka bermakna selama ini yang mereka bayar boleh diturunkan, kerana yang kita nak adalah melihat semua rakyat yang ada dalam negara kita ini mampu untuk memperolehi barang-barang keperluan mereka yang digunakan.
The minister said following several consultations with the industry held early this year, it was found that the interest rate charge could reach as high as 35% per annum. He said those who violated the new legislation, if convicted, would be fined not exceeding 100,000 ringgit for a corporate body, while a non-corporate body would face a maximum fine of 50,000 ringgit or imprisonment not exceeding 3 years. The Malacca State Government plans to build an integrated public transport complex worth 300 million ringgit in Malacca Central Peringit by 2026. Chief Minister Dato' Sri Idris Harun said the 7-story complex to be developed based on a modern transportation complex in Taiwan would be built on the former Pasar Malacca Central site. Speaking to reporters after chairing the State Executive Council meeting in ICQS, Dato' Sri Idris said Taiwan's modern transportation concept would allow buses to take only 3 minutes when dropping and picking up passengers to prevent traffic congestion. The complex would be equipped with facilities such as a supermarket and wet market, apart from various public transportation services.
Pak lama tu kita akan robohkan semua bangunan tu dan kita akan uji balik tanah tu dari segi kekuatan dan kekukuhannya. Dan kita akan bangunkan semula dalam bentuk pasar yang lebih moden. Dan kali ini kita cuba bayangkan tempoh hari untuk bas-bas yang telah mula congested di Melaka Central tu.
Commenting further, the Chief Minister said that the complex would be developed through smart sharing with numerous parties to enhance Malacca Central as a state transportation hub with direct routes to the Alogaja Central Malacca Jasin Highway. The Defence Ministry targets to build 25,000 units of affordable houses for Malaysian Armed Forces or ATM personnel and veterans across the country by 2030 through the SASAR or One Member One House program. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Hussein, said 5,972 units were expected to be built this year and next year. Datuk Sri Hishamuddin told the Dewan Rakyat yesterday that the SASAR program is a scheme to reduce dependency on living quarters and encouraging members of ATM to buy a house while still in service.
Sekaligus memberi galakan kepada anggota untuk membeli rumah sewaktu dalam perkhidmatan dengan nisbah 70% anggota ATM dan 30% veteran. Sehingga 2030 ATM mensasarkan dapat membina sebanyak 25,000 rumah mampu milik untuk anggota dan veteran ATM di seluruh negara.
He said the ministry also held discussions with the implementers of the affordable home projects such as the One Malaysia Public Housing, Federal Territory Affordable Housing and One Malaysia People's Housing projects to consider a quota for ATM members in these projects. The land officers in Kulai and Kota Tinggi have been ordered to update their database system for all activities carried out along Sungai Johor, this following the recent ammonia pollution in the river that had affected operations at 3 water treatment plants. Johor Exco Dato' Ayub Rahman said with the database system updated, it will enable the land officers to monitor the activities along the river and to detect any contamination should it recur.
Maka di situ kerajaan boleh tahu yang pertama berapa jumlah kilang yang ada. Yang kedua, dengan mudahnya untuk kita melulus ataupun untuk menolak. Maka apabila mereka kilang-kilang haram itu yang mungkin tidak menepati kriteria, maka kita boleh menggunakan kuasa pejabat tanah untuk menutup kilang tersebut.
Recently, the Johor government ordered a poultry farm and a fertilizer processing factory in Layang-Layang near Kluang to cease operation immediately following the spread of ammonia pollution in Sungai Johor, which had forced several water treatment plants in the area to shut down.